Welcome to the Seabin Podcast, a show where artists and musicians with an axe to grind throw things deep into the abyss of the Seabin. Transphobia, racism, ableism, anti-Semitism, sexism, and homophobia, it all gets dumped on the trash! How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the motherfucking Seabin Podcast. It's me, everyone's favourite big, voluptuous, delicious daddy, the Right Reverend of the Pentecostal Church of the Seabin, and everyone's favourite Bigfoot's big, tasty piece on the side. Big Tasty, it's been a few weeks. I'm here doing a guerrilla Seabin on the street in 0161 Festival in Manchester, and I'm joined by someone who's, not familiar with, I don't know if I think I've worded that wrong, with doing interviews herself. It's Shell from mprv. How's it going, friend?
It is going well, thank you. How about you?
Yeah, good. I just played a set and it was sweaty and I'm feeling a little bit stewed.
I am too, because I was standing right by you.
You were? Yeah.
Yeah.
I kept trying to look cool.
I just kept getting drenched.
I kept trying to look cool for you. I kept doing poses and smirks, sticking my tongue out and all sorts of business. Hopefully the footage looks all right. I'm sure it'll just look like a big, giant, sweaty man.
Being filmed by a sweaty girl.
Yeah, and both equally grimacing, but for different reasons. Me, because I'm trying to look cool, and you grimacing because you have to look at my horrible grimacing face.
No, but grimacing because I was sweating.
Yeah. Both very sweaty. So, are you enjoying your time here?
I am. It's a lovely little festival.
It is good, isn't it? Everyone's just so nice.
Yes.
And everyone's just like so anti-fascist.
Exactly. In a very pleasant way.
Yeah, there's no like baseball bats here. No. Everyone's just having a good time.
Everybody's just quietly and proudly anti-fascist.
Exactly, which is where it should always be.
Yes.
What band do you most look at? Do you have to film all the bands? Are there some bands that you can just kind of sit and chill and watch?
We are able to just sit and chill and watch some.
Yeah.
But most of them we're filming.
Yeah. Do you still enjoy it even when you film?
Sometimes no.
Yeah.
It's because you're paying more attention to the camera than you are to the band. And sometimes if it's a band I really love and I want to sing along or I even bop along, I just have to stand there with the camera and go, can't move.
Just tell Andy, say, look, mate, hold the camera yourself. I want to enjoy it.
One in each hand.
Go. I want to be in the circle pit.
Exactly.
I want to knock someone out.
Yeah.
You've been like interviewing people for quite some time. When did you start doing this sort of stuff?
When I was about 17.
Damn. I pretty get asked this all the time. But what do you think what's the highlight band? What's the biggest band that you've interviewed that you were like, holy shit, I'm talking to these guys?
The biggest band I've interviewed, I've never had a holy shit, I'm talking to these guys moment.
Yeah.
But the biggest band I've interviewed is Slayer.
Fucking hell. Were they polite young men?
They sang me songs about Gumby, the little rubber character.
Oh, yeah, the little green guy.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's... I don't
clay.
know. Yeah.
Clay. He was made of clay because the song just went through my head.
For some reason, that's not surprising to me. I imagine they would probably, sing that to you. Well, that's nice.
Yes.
Well, speaking of things that are nice, we're here to talk about things that are shit. So have you got something to throw in the sea bin while we're here at 0161 Festival in Manchester?
Mushrooms.
Right, what's your problem with mushrooms? Give me the spiel.
They are nature's snot. They are. And people think every vegetarian or vegan will eat mushrooms.
Yeah.
I vomit.
Yeah, they are some slimy boys. I've never been a mushroom fan, but truth be told, I used to be a chef at quite a high level, but I left that industry because it turned me into a total bellend. And I did enjoy a nice porcini every now and then, a dried porcini, because it was quite umami-ish. So I can enjoy a dried porcini, but that's been specifically had the snot removed from it. So
I wouldn't trust it. It would be snot to me.
Yeah, and I feel like mushrooms have a whole different thing now because have you seen the Last of Us TV show?
No, I haven't.
And video game. Well, the whole thing about that is, those mushrooms that can climb inside ants' fucking heads, and then there's like a parasite that climbs out their fucking brain and turns them into a zombie. Well, they thought, what happens if excuse me, if that went inside a person and turned a person into a mushroom zombie.
Oh, God.
So now people are like, we're going to turn into mushroom zombies.
That's like the biggest horror of my life, turning into a mushroom.
Would you be more worried about being snotty or being undead?
Being snotty.
Yeah.
Definitely. Undead you can have some fun with.
Yeah, you can eat some brains, but if you're a mushroom zombie, you're not eating brains, you're just spreading spores everywhere.
Yeah, but I'm terrifying people like me who see a mushroom and just recoil in horror and want to go, ah!
Do you not think they're little cute when there's like a little fairy sitting on one little toadstool? When like a frog's wearing one as a hat?
Those very pretty ones that are hallucinogenic are very pretty. They can stay over there. I don't want them.
Yeah, but you'd never take any of those, would you?
No, it's a mushroom.
Yeah. What if it was made into a delicious tea?
It's still a mushroom.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be delicious.
There's not mushroom in your diet for a mushroom.
No.
I will say, I think, I was telling you before, I do believe that the migraines had previously talked about mushrooms. I don't know if they threw them in or they just complained about them a few years ago in the most chaotic Sebin ever. If you ever want to hear 6 drunk men shouting over each other, I recommend listening to that episode. It's called Balls, Batty and Dick. I think it's episode 20 or something. But I agree. I would not eat a mushroom. I appreciate the mushroom aesthetically, but I think a mushroom as a mushroom is less enjoyable. So shall we throw it in the sea bin?
Please, let's throw it.
At 0161 Festival in Manchester, in the sea bin it goes. Mushrooms. Listen for the splash. Thank you for joining me, Shell. Appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your fest, and I'll see you around.
Thank you very much.
Toodles. Oh, do you want to let anyone know how to find you?
mprv News. Go to YouTube.
Yeah, and see lots of cool videos of Shell.
Yes, of bands.
Yeah,
more of the bands.
Exactly. Check it out. They're always at all the shows. Pillars of the scene, salt of the earth, enjoyers of ketchup food, my favourite little people. So yeah, cheers for that, and I'll see you guys with the next guest, whoever that may be. Ooh. We're still here, standing in the mizzly, drizzly, spizzly, gizzly rain in Manchester 0161 Festival, and I'm standing here with...
I'm Zack. I do sound stuff at Terrible Punk gigs.
Yeah. And you also play in the boltcutters sometimes?
Sometimes, yeah. We're on indefinite hiatus.
It's all right. Blink on it too. We're on indefinite hiatus. Now they just headline Coachella. That could be you.
Yeah.
You could headline Coachella.
We could headline Coachella.
And you will. I believe in you.
Yeah.
I have every faith.
Yeah.
So how's it been going? How's your day been going?
Day's been pretty good. Been kept up all night by Wasted Scots.
Yeah.
But my day's improving.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Band of the day so far?
Band of the day so far. I feel pressure to say Rash Decision.
You don't have to say me, just because I'm standing here looking you in the eye and I've got a gun to your head.
I'm going to say Under Duress Rash Decision.
Oh, thank you. I also thought, is it Uncultivated? Decultivated?
Decultivated. Yeah, they were incredible.
They were fucking the tits.
I don't think anyone had really heard of them before. They just sort of
came out of. Yeah, I never knew they were. I thought they were going off at first. I was like, fucking hell, going off and grind it up. But they were class. Yeah, so recommend them.
Gutter Blood as well. Were incredible.
Oh yeah, Gutter. Playing with them tomorrow in Bristol, so I'm looking forward to seeing them again. Yeah. So that's going to be a good crack. Wish I could stay around for the whole weekend, but you know what? Them as the breaks. So on the sea bin we throw in things in the sea bin, things we dislike. What have you got for me to throw in the bin today?
So speaking as a Londoner and as a commuter, I want to throw people who get on the train before you've gotten off of the train into the sea bin.
Right. So this always pissed me off as well, because my logic is they ain't going nowhere. Like, you're not going to not get on the train. Why the fucking rush? Why the hurry? Is that your gripe, or have you got? Is it deeper than that?
I just think it's a really deep, there's no hope for them as people.
Yeah.
Like, I believe in second chances.
Yeah.
I believe that no one is beyond redemption, and in restorative justice and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think
this is where you draw the line.
In this instance, I think they should be put to death.
Damn. How would you execute them?
Well, so I did start trying to do something about it. My sister...
Oh, is this going to... You're about to admit something
so for
horrible?
Christmas one year, my sister made me business cards.
Costume.
Business cards that say "You commute like a cunt" for me to hand out on the train. But I mean, that doesn't actually solve anything.
It doesn't. If anything, people will just Instagram it and be like, look at this bell end.
Yeah, and also, you know, London talking to other human beings. It's not
always a struggle. You never know when you're going to get a knife in your spleen.
Yeah. So,
I got mugged outside the New Cross Inn once with a man with no weapon.
Yeah?
He was like, give me your money. I was like, I ain't got any money. He's like, go to the cash point. I was like, why? He's like, because I want the money. I was like, what are you going to do? Why should I? He's like, nothing. I was like, well, then I'm not going to do it. And I walked away and it was fine.
I got like hug mugged.
Mugged?
Outside East Croydon Tube Station.
How does that work?
Well, two lads like hooded up and like were following me and like, oi, bruv, and then came up to me and then was like, oh, give me a hug, and stole a hug. I would feel violated, but it was quite sweet. I kind of needed that hug.
I feel like they need to have more, a more tactful approach to that and less threatening.
Yeah, it was quite aggressive.
That would be like if I walked up to you with a roaring chainsaw and then it was like, had it like a cunt hairs away from your fucking throat and I was like, can I have a kiss?
No.
Would you kiss me?
Depends. You're a good-looking man.
Oh, thanks. You know to arrange yourself as sunshine.
So, taking it back to where we were. So, I think I would have them put down humanely.
Yeah. Neck on the railway tracks.
No, we're not animals here. You know, we're civilized people.
Yeah.
I think in peacetime, there's no excuse for, you know, if the revolution happened tomorrow, then maybe we'd round them up and shoot them against the wall like dogs.
Right, yeah.
But I feel like, you know, lethal injection.
Yeah, give it, you know, have a bit of dignity.
Yeah.
And humility.
Yeah, because, you know, what's that thing? A society's only as good as the way it puts down its vermin, or something like that.
Right.
I don't know. It was some philosopher. I read it.
Have you ever seen what's that James Bond film that's got Javier Bardem in it, and he's talking about how his family had a desert island and it was full of rats. So what they did is they put a tub full of oil in the ground and the rats went in there, and then they sealed up the tub until the rats ate themselves, and then they released the ones that were left into the woods, but they didn't eat food anymore, they only ate rats. So we do that to them, like lock them in a cage and make them eat each other. But that's not very humane. We're talking about humane here, but
no, I feel like, you know, we're not monsters.
No, that's them. We're the just ones.
Yeah, we're here at an anti-fascist festival. I mean, getting on the train before you get off it could be considered a form of fascism, do you think?
Well, you know, fascism comes in many stripes and spots, you know.
I mean, fascism could be anything that I dislike if I'm going to, you know.
Yeah, if you really want to get down to the fine details.
Crocs,
yeah, you know.
Anti-crocus. They're quite comfy though. Don't tell anyone I said that.
No. Well, I used to wear, you know, back when I was a chef. That's the second time I spoke about being a chef on this episode so far. But they were comfy until about 13 hours into the shift when my toes were smashed in like some ancient geisha. And I just, you know, there's no heel support. You just slowly drift into it till your knuckles are the shape of fucking gorilla's paws, and everything goes to shit.
Okay.
Yeah,
have you done an episode on Crocs?
Crocs? Well, no. Well, they were brought up. I did a live streamed where I ate noodles, spicy noodles, and Crocs were the ones that were brought up then. And I didn't throw them in, actually. I think I let them slide because they were quite comfy.
Yeah.
It's
a hard thing because they are comfy, and maybe you get a pair just to wear around the house.
Yeah.
You know, and you're just enjoying it at home. You don't have to go outside the house. Then maybe one day you've just got to pop down to the offie for some like beer and bog roll or something.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, you're out in public wearing Crocs.
Do you think Hugo Boss would have let the Nazis wear Crocs if he had the technology for memory foam?
100% they would be.
I have my Crocs on, if you know.
They'd be wearing socks underneath
They are so comfortable. I have brilliant arch support. Thank you.
Oh, so there we are. Crocs are fascist.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So what, you want to throw Crocs in as well?
Do you know what? I don't feel strongly enough against Crocs. I feel like people get comfort out of them, you know.
Yeah, don't yuck another man's yum.
Yeah, I feel like the commuter thing, that's a mortal sin.
I mean, you're willing to murder for that. execute.
I mean, say murder. I want someone else to murder on my behalf.
Right, you're not willing to get your hands dirty.
I feel like I would be absolutely tyrannical if I could be asked.
Right.
The world is a better place for my complete lack of interest.
Lack of motivation,
in doing anything.
Yeah, that's quite frightening, actually. Or exciting, depends on which side of the coin you sit on. But I'm going to save them the execution and just throw them in the sea bin for the time being. So if you get on a train before the commuters are getting off the train, you can absolutely get in the sea bin. So listen with a splash, in it goes. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and try not to get any positions of indisputable power. For the time being,
we'll see. I think after this we're going to start the uprising after the last band tonight. So
watch out for that.
Yeah, just be careful when you get on trains. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you don't want to get set on fire because you will.
Yeah,
that's the warning here.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for chatting to me, man.
Yeah,
Shotting to me. Thanks for chatting to me. This is not at all troubling and probably won't be used in court against you at some point. Cheers. I'm still here in the drippy, damp, horrible, moist, wet, tepid, soggy streets of Manchester.
It's beautiful there.
Yeah, 0161. Funny, there's a little bit of a turntable situation because earlier on I was being interviewed by this person and now I'm interviewing them. So how does it feel, motherfucker? I'm here with Molly, and what is it you do?
So I help put on events. I run a collective called Riot Garden. We put on events to try and make the DIY and punk scene kind of more inclusive and representative.
Which is always good.
Yeah. That's what I do.
Sick. And you also interviewed me. Me personally, no one else.
Yeah, just you.
Yeah,
just you.
Rash is just part of MPRV, which is.
Yeah, so I've just recently joined MPRV News, so helping interview some bands, and it's really nice.
It was a very enjoyable interview.
Good.
You're a naturel.
Thanks, mate. Nice one.
Unlike me, who has to be overly rambunctious with my interview starting to get through it. I don't actually ask any important questions. I just say soggy, wet, damp streets, and that just carries me through.
It's good. It's what's needed.
So have you been enjoying your day so far?
Yeah.
So far it's nearly over, but have you been enjoying your day?
No, man, I've been loving it. I think there's been some really fucking sick bands. Oipoloi just played. They were it's been so amazing seeing just bands that have been in the fucking scene for quite a while actually sticking to the values that they really fucking truly believe in, and that's just been amazing.
Hell yeah.
They just did a fucking song about guys kissing guys and talking about it in the 80s when people were beating the shit out of people, and now we're in a space where it's that isn't happening, and even if there are homophobes in the space, they're shutting the fuck up because they know that they're in the minority, and that's amazing. I love it.
That's all I ever wanted was just a space where I could French kiss my boys.
Of course. That's
and not be judged.
Yeah, of course. That's all I ever wanted. Of course.
Speaking of things that are terrible, such as homophobe. Well, I have the trash rule on the sea bin. So you don't have to worry about homophobes right now, but what we do have to worry about is cans food.
Yes.
What's your problem with it?
Oh mate, I have so many issues. I cannot use a tin opener.
Right.
And I think in this day and age that there are canned food where you can open it with a little ring pull thing, and I think that fucking cans where you need to use a tin opener to open it can get in the fucking bin. That's what I think.
It's I agree.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, it's at a certain point you have the technology.
Yeah.
Why not make it universal?
Yeah, innit?
It's you fucking pricks.
And every time that I use a fucking tin opener, I get shamed for how I use it because I'm not doing it the right way, and it's well, why isn't there a ring pull on it, and then I wouldn't have to fucking use this bollocks? It's no need. There's no need.
Well, when I was growing up, I was a nail biter.
Oh yeah.
Always nibbling on the little cunts.
Yeah.
And I could never crack open a ring pull without aid of spoonage.
Oh yeah. No, I still use spoonage.
Yeah.
Spoonage is the way.
I had a knife-related onion chopping accident which hurt my fingernail, and ever since then I've stopped biting my nails out of this weird squicky feeling I get.
Okay.
And the main thing that's come out of me having fingernails is I can pop open a can of soup and feel like an absolute fucking baller.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Mate, it's so good.
It's the way to go.
It's the same satisfaction as if you pop open a beer bottle with a lighter. Then goes,
oh my God.
And it goes, fuck!
You're like, absolute G, mate.
Yeah.
Absolute G.
Makes a big pot, especially if it goes flying. It's same satisfaction.
Yeah.
It's like how some packets have like little tear notches and others don't. It's like it just make it universal technology.
For why?
Yeah.
There's no need. We live in an age of social convenience. I feel like that, like every can should have a little thing. Because I'm too dyslexic and dyspraxic to be able to use a tin opener, apparently.
Yeah, you just got grabby raccoon hands.
100%.
It's like you can pick up piles of pellets, but perhaps maybe not use use your dexterity. Yeah.
Who has the time anyway? Life's too short for using tin openers these days.
I've never used a tin opener that wasn't broken in some regard or rusty.
Right. There's always something wrong, or someone tells you use it the wrong way. I'm just like, oh, fucking.
My mum.
Put a ring pull on it.
My mum, she's got like arthritis and like osteoporosis and all this business.
Yeah.
Her hands are knackers.
Yeah.
Right. I bought her one of them electric tin openers that you just like sit on top, you press the button, it goes, and then it like opens it. Bullshit.
Is it? I'm not surprised.
Whoever fucking invented that, con man. I've got a severely disabled mum who's got a can of peaches that she cannot access.
Oh my God. And that's a real issue.
Yeah.
It's a real issue. We put aside fascism and homophobia.
Yeah. This is the real nitty gritty here,
people. We need the peaches.
Yeah, we're here on the streets. If the presidents of the United States of America have taught us anything, is that millions of peaches for me, peaches for tea. I want them. Can't have
100%.
them. Yeah, unless you put a cracking ring tab on it.
100%, mate.
It's like some energy drinks have cans have that little black slidey disc.
Yeah.
So you can reseal your can and have a bit now, have a bit later.
Genius.
Why don't all cans have that?
In it. It's so true. And then we still live in an age where I have to pay 30p more for a can of chickpeas that has a ring pull on it and not one that has a fucking have to use a tin opener for. It's bollocks, mate.
It's not the one.
No.
I'd say to you that I don't mean to be about there, but that's exactly what I'm being.
Okay, we are currently recording an interview for a podcast. You're more than welcome to join us.
But feel free.
Right.
If you have any opinions on ring pull cans, like add to it. Like
ring pull cans.
Are you pro or con?
First off, sir, what's your name?
My name is Microphone Jack.
Microphone Jack.
Cool.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
By birth, on the birth certificate is Microphone Jack.
Is that Christian? Is that your Christian name?
Yeah.
It's my name as a performer.
Right.
At 0161 Festival.
Oh, brilliant.
Something that anyone who's in the Manchester area should be going and visiting if they haven't done already.
Exactly, I do believe. Yeah.
I'm glad you all agree.
Yeah, of course. We're here, aren't we?
What was it you needed my attention for?
Well, it was something different to that, but seeing as we're on about ring pulls,
so true.
It's a single-use piece of a single-use item, isn't it?
Well,
surely there's a better way of using Mother Nature's resources.
Agreed.
So true. Having your own container to just fill up on.
Some of us though can't afford to go to the reusable non-plastic shop.
True.
Some of us can only get a 20p can of beans.
I am one of those people.
Yeah, there is no ethical consumption under capitalism, and sometimes it's really easy to feel guilty about things that we don't really have control over. I mean, we have control of what we do, but sometimes you can't afford it.
Yeah.
So I do agree that that's a single-use thing is bad. But do you think that it is much easier to just have a pull tab on a can that everyone can pull up instead of having a sealed can that you need a can opener for?
Can openers are a real nightmare.
Yeah. Right. That's what we're saying.
Pain in my gigantic ass.
Yeah. 100%. Wasted my life using tin openers.
Yeah.
That's another. That actually feeds into the same thing. If we're going to be really pedantic about it, because
might as well.
We got working people like us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or people that contribute. People that have other things to do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pissing about.
Using a tin opener.
Try to open a tin.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, whereby it could be a very standardised thing.
Yeah.
That could very well be standardised to be recycled as well after
I do agree. Mm-hmm. I think everything should be in a nice recyclable retort pouch.
Yeah.
Like in military rations, just like one clean.
I remember going to
pouch.
I went to Germany.
Nice.
In the early 2000s, like ages ago.
Yeah, that was a while ago, to be fair.
Yeah, I don't even remember it.
At least 13.
They had even then they had 3 types of bins.
Yeah.
They had general waste.
Yeah.
They had paper waste.
General waste, I salute you.
Yeah, I salute him as well.
And major metal.
Oh, yeah.
Time to go.
But already then, they'd already started to segregate the different kinds of waste.
I'm not normally for segregation, but when it comes to waste and recycling, I'll give it a crack.
100%. Yeah.
No, I do agree.
So
before we get into the argument of recycling not making a difference to climate change, but it's a light-hearted podcast. Let's not get into that.
Yeah.
But, it does make more of a difference to just bunging everything in landfills. So even the fact they were doing that.
It's better the fact that they are segregating it than not doing so.
Yeah, and also if you want to buy a bottle, they'll be like, well, I'll charge you a bit more for that. You get that money back if you bring the bottle back. If you don't recycle the bottle, I'm keeping your 50p and you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
So where I live is Burnley. It's a place that it's Mordor, essentially.
Yeah. All right.
Or it was.
Just a fiery volcano.
Well, yeah, pretty much it was. Yeah, there was a lot of mining that went on there.
Oh, fair play.
And until not so long ago, not far from where I lived, there is a place which was it was a landfill site, and that's where people would put their crap.
Yeah.
And all of the water would get siphoned into the river. And fair enough, they've created a lake whereby they can siphon all of the crap into that.
Yeah.
But it's still
not great.
Am I contributing in it?
I mean, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Whatever you're
I will say though, back to the task at hand.
Yes, 100%.
Not to derail the thing. This is a very lovely conversation. I'm enjoying my new friend Microphone Jack.
Who is playing tomorrow at 2:40 on the acoustic stage at 0161?
Would that be Microphone Jack?
That's right.
Hey! This podcast will be out way after that comes out. So unless there's some time travellers listening, you feel free to go back and see old Microphone Jackie himself.
Get yourself there, yo!
I mean, that is a community that is not represented enough. Those that are time travellers.
I'm all about equality of my time travelling brothers.
Exactly.
But cans that don't utilise the technology of the ring pull can absolutely suck my big fat chode and go in the sea bin.
So true.
Listen for the splash. I add it in later. Thank you for
Can I shake your hand on that grounds as well?
You certainly may. Thank you, Microphone Jack. That's a very warm hand you have. I have a very cold hand. Ladies and gentlemen at home, he went to go grab my genitalia. I wasn't.
You weren't accepting.
No, I wasn't. But I wouldn't have held it against him. Yes. I would have accepted the warm hand on that.
I reckon you've got a nice substantial chode.
Oh. I have. Well, that's actually quite a good descriptive term for my chode. Substantial. Substantial.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So on the sea bin we call it the ham candle.
Oh, beautiful.
But that's a different. I don't know why we've got here.
I met you before, didn't I?
Maybe.
But I'm just going to close after. Molly, thank you for bringing. Mate. Thank you. I'll give you a little Christian side hug.
Mate. I love that.
We'll leave room for Jesus.
I won't grab anything. That's okay.
No, you don't. You got manners to grab the peanut.
Yeah,
that's fine.
You were on the dance floor earlier. I recognise you.
Yeah. I was, mate. Yeah, 100%.
I'll leave it there. And thanks, Molly.
Nice one.
Thank you, Microphone Jack.
One, Ty.
And I'll see you guys soon.
Bye.
Alright, we're still here. We're still here at 0161. It's drizzling and mizzling. I'm getting wet, I'm getting damp. I'm holding in a fart, but that's fine because I'm here with
Hagger
from
Skinner's Meth Camp. Oh wait, not Meth Camp. Skinner's Migrains, FUK, Kill Mirror Image, Major Threat, Part-Time Pizza Tramp. Full stop.
And standing in the street in Manchester.
And standing in the street in Manchester.
Yeah, you having a good time at 0161?
It's been alright.
There's a lot of attractive anti-fascists walking around.
Thank you.
Including you.
Yeah, cheers.
You're the main one. So last time you were on the bin, it was the most chaotic sea bin I've ever done, even till today. It was mental.
MDMA.
Oh, yeah, it was crazy. Just I've never felt so closed in by a bunch of sweaty men.
Yeah,
that's a lie.
We can do better.
Oh yeah, do you wanna? Should we just get the whole of the migraines out here and just scream non-stop like a bunch of car alarms? We could do that one.
We'll just stick around. We'll do it later on stage.
Yeah. No, I got belly buys. I'm too old, mate. Plus, I don't care. I don't even like you. No, that's a lie.
Fuck you.
I think you're lovely.
That's fair.
But we're here doing street guerrilla-style bins, so I thought I'd just get you on your own so we can actually talk face-to-face, man-to-man. What have you got to throw in the sea bin, my friend?
Lime mortar.
What the fuck is lime mortar?
Hydrated lime is it's kind of like cement, so you use it to make mortar, to make stonework, so like pointing and stonework, or just general building stuff. And it's hydrated, and it's also hydraulic, so it like absorbs moisture and will never really go off. So it's quite like it's quite good for like doing structural things. But however, it's an alkaline and it burns your hands like fuck and really dehydrates your hands. And if you have a cut and you get it in it, it will hurt you like a cunt. And also, I fucking hate doing masonry. So. And I've been doing landscaping, but all of a sudden I'm doing fucking like masonry and I hate it. And
why are you doing masonry when you're normally a landscaper?
Because I've been doing this work at this farmhouse and we've just been roped into doing the building work now, and it's honestly the bane of my life, but it pays the bills.
So do you not wear gloves when you handle your lime mortar?
I do, but I have to get my hands wet to like sponge stuff off and fucking when I'm mixing up and shit, and then my gloves get wet and then it seeps through, and now I've got horrible things on my knuckle.
That is a horrible
like
knuck.
Fucking really bad burns, and like literally I'm like peeling like a lizard.
Peeling like a lizard?
Yeah, I'm shedding.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Do you moisturise?
I do, yeah, I put loads of shea butter on, fucking...
Shea butter?
All that shit, yeah.
Got argan oil? All that stuff?
No, I'm away from home now, so fuck.
Oh yeah, you haven't got your regular skincare routine?
Not at all.
That's nothing more punk rock than a skincare routine.
Neither. I didn't even bring my hairbrush, mate.
Shit. I got carry a comb with me everywhere. But then I do it. Yeah, you can borrow my comb if you like. But I like to think I'm like some sort of slick, like Latino gentleman, combing my slick back hair. But really, I look like a fucking psychopath. Just combing my beard in the street, staring off into space like an absolute dingus.
So like leave the comb in it, just like.
I do sometimes, just for my own amusement. So what would you replace lime mortar with? What do you think would be an equivalent that would not be binnable?
Not working as a builder.
Yeah, just straight up.
Not doing stone. Yeah, I already quit being a stonemason once, and I'm doing it again, and I don't like it. So maybe we are on next. It's good. It's definitely beneficial, and it's the better thing to use. But it's very expensive, and it hurts your hands, and I hate it.
Yeah, make better gloves.
Make better gloves. Yeah, make more versatile, tight gloves that are waterproof and. Yeah.
Well, it sounds terrible. I wouldn't want to touch it. So I think we should throw it in the bin. What do you think?
Please do.
Yeah, listen for the splash. There it goes. Cheers, bud.
Nice.
I just cornered you here. I was like, hey, do this thing. And you were like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Well, I had enough words.
Yeah, you did. You did have enough words.
Plenty to say about lime.
You do, yeah. And I feel educated.
Hydrated, hydraulic, all shit.
All the hydros.
But it's very good.
Hydroponic?
It is a good building material if you can stomach it, but I can't. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, don't eat it.
It's not for me.
No, it's not real limes.
No, it's not real lime.
I wouldn't eat them either.
No.
Well, maybe I would.
It's made from limestone. You got to do loads of stuff. You got to like calcify it. There's like really good methods of making it. But,
yeah, I don't want to calcify anything. Not worth it.
No.
Well, enjoy the rest of your day, mate. Enjoy your set. Yeah. I might watch you. Depends on how sleepy I am.
Yeah, me too.
But either way, I'll see you around.
Ta-da.
Love you, babes. Bye. Hey guys, it's me, Big Tasty. I just wanted to say cheers for listening to this week's episode, and I hope you enjoyed listening to it as much as I enjoyed making it. Now, if you feel so inclined, you should come check out my Patreon page. You can sign up for as little as £1 a month, and you get weekly exclusive video tier lists and monthly mail-outs with things such as stickers and fabric patches, zines and art prints. Hey, and if you can't spare the money right now, I totally understand. No pressure. I'm going to keep making episodes regardless. But if you can support financially, it really helps the show. Just keep moving on. And then another way you can help is just to follow us on stuff like Twitter and Instagram at Seaburn Podcast and share it around to people that you think might like this filthy shit. Anyway, love you guys, appreciate you, and I'll see you next week.